Before I'm going to give a shout out to the officers in my building where I work. I was just talking to, good conversation. And refreshing to see men be men and talk. They work hard, take care of their families. It's refreshing to see. Unapologetically men. I don't know how many years. I'm sure one of my friends could tell me. I don't know how many years I've been talking about leave the children alone. The depth of stupid in this region is too high. You all are the cause for every single problem facing these children today. You don't believe that your favorite people are pushing trans on these children, which is a problem, not just for the children, but for everybody, because you're going against God. You don't believe that these people are promoting your death and demise, but they're the ones pushing abortion anywhere and anywhere, anytime, all the time. And a whole bunch of abortion clinics and access to abortion in places where you be, but they supposedly love you. Crime. Why would anybody advocate for crime when the end result of advocating for crime is emboldening and making more criminals of any color, but particularly your children? Because what these people have told you about your children and which you have believed, our parents never believed this BS. That's why I'm trying to figure out just how smart do y'all really think that you are? You might be smart, but you're not wise. And I don't care about nobody's feelings. I don't care about you canceling me. I don't care about you blocking me. I don't care about nothing. Because I've been trying to give you all some freaking knowledge and information that you aren't getting to protect these children. Now you got crap trans burger over there in Virginia. Yet again, putting not just the citizens, which are you, but the children at risk. Because when it comes to the illegals that they advocate for more than you and the children, they don't care about the children, because when you want to transgender children and put them on medication which will whack and mess up their mind, their bodies, and their mental state, and they already struggling mentally, you don't care about the children. When you advocate for abortion anytime, you don't care about children. But you all think that that's care. Y'all are bewitched and under a very strong delusion, and I am sick of it, because the children are paying the price. But you know what happens with us? You know what's gonna happen? Because y'all forget the God of y'all imagination. You can imagine that God ain't gonna have you answer for it. You can imagine whatever you want, but it's written. It's written. It's another illegal over there in Virginia. And we know Descano, DA, death affirming district attorney Descano. Then you got Transberger. You got the white liberal woman who's a ex-CIA. So you already know she's good at mind games and psyops. You got the effeminate, minor attracted persons governor of Maryland. I said it. Because any man, once again, when he sat there and said that he would allow his son at 14, no, yes, you're going to love your children. And I don't know if he said that, but see, here's where the problem is. Even if he doesn't believe that, but he's only doing that to get votes, that's a problem. Because you should not sacrifice your children, or be willing to sacrifice, or even say that you would sacrifice your children if you're a real man. you're not a protector. You are somebody that's doing something out of opportunistic need. You want votes or to be liked more than you want to protect children. See, at some point, like me, I don't care if y'all don't like me. I don't give a damn. I suspect there's some family that don't like me. Pray for them, but that's good, because one day, if you ever faced with a situation where your child come home and tell you it's a boy that was in their bathroom, or one of the teachers tried to force them, it was a teacher that forced two girls to kiss one another for an assignment. I forgot what state it is. Thank God they fired her, but then again, these people so sick they'll just put them in another school, because that's what they was doing in some instances out there in Loudoun County in Virginia. Don't report it to the to the parents, or even the parents, they hush it up and then they put them somewhere else. But y'all always calling somebody a perv or a pedophile and talking about Epstein. Those are your Epstein people. How many of them was called out for real in the Epstein files? But they want to keep deflecting. I don't pay you all no mind. Because if you knew more than one thing, I might even listen to you. But when you sit and all you know is one thing, and you heard it on CNN or MBS now, you don't know nothing. These people are systematically rewriting history, rearranging language, about to F you over on parental rights. And the more I tell you, the more y'all double down. The problem that we have trying to get everybody on one freaking accord. And no, you can't get everybody on one accord, because you never will have everybody in total agreement. Because for one, until people get more Jesus in their heart, it's not going to happen. But it was a time when at least the children, y'all don't even care about the freaking children, because you continue to put people in office that don't give a damn about children. Safe? These children ain't safe. You got a heifer in Virginia that's the goddamn governor. Excuse my language. The governor. You all think because these people are women, or because they're black, or because they're effeminate, or because they this, that, and the other. What inclusion means is to include perversion. Because if inclusion really meant inclusion, it would mean even people that disagree with you, even people that vote against you, that don't support your pervert or your ungodly agenda, inclusion would mean I said to y'all a couple of weeks ago, you don't like your sons, you don't. Because when you don't want your sons to understand that no, they can be more than rappers and pants saggers and more than just thieves and thugs. And they don't need to have their grades lowered to the lowest common denominator so they can graduate from school. So therefore they're graduating dumb, if they're graduating at all. So when you are not able to go out here and compete for a job because you can't speak in a proper sentence, you can't follow directions, you have no discipline or self-control, you don't even know how to look when you arrive at somebody's job, you can't be hired. Because at the end of the day, when you're on a job, you're representing, you're there to provide a service, and people don't want to do business with people that just look any old kind of nasty, disheveled way. Now, if you want to look disheveled on your own time, do that. But when you want a job, and even if it's your own job, people, how long you going to be in business? You can't come to me. Now, some of y'all have low standards. You're going to do business with whoever because they look a certain way. Well, guess what? A lot of us have standards. We're not going to shop with people who look like they haven't washed. Because if you look like that, then that means that whatever service you're providing, potentially, it's going to be half-assed because you don't even care enough to take care of yourself, to put up your pants and put a belt on. For the young ladies, same thing. We are failing, but it ain't me. I'm doing the best I can to try to tell you all to protect your children, but you don't want to do that. You want to listen to people that are sitting in your face. What the heck? Gender affirming care? That's like reproductive health. Reproductive health is not killing something. Reproductive health is actually making sure that you're not out here having reckless sex where you are going to destroy your organs because you have a STD or something that you might not know about for a while, so then you might be sterile. Or you have too many STDs and then you have scar tissue or something like that. That's reproductive health. Reproductive health is not humping around with everybody so you don't get AIDS and need, what's that, Truvada? What's that mess they pushing? Everything comes down to pushing a drug on you. All they want is to push drugs on you. And then when you on drugs, it's all these side effects. How do you think drugs are affecting these children in the head? Seriously. And then they out here doing all kinds of insane stuff. And then adults are doing it too. And then some of y'all ain't even on drugs. So that is truly a problem. That means you're under a very deep demonic spell. The boy, and he's just killing. They just out here killing. You know why? Because you all have not taught them. Because you can't teach them. You don't want to teach them manhood. You don't want men to show them how to be men. You're trying to make men sassy. So then that way, if they're sassy and want to act like you can be over men. God told us the order, and the more we double down on being out of order, the further away he's going to be from us. So you all can continue to be locked into the stupid stuff that these people tell you and peddle to you, because at the end of the day, it's your own demise that they're selling you. Because you never stop to think, why is it that they want you to kill your dumb self off? Because at this point, you're dumb. And I'm saying it out my own mouth because I'm tired. I'm tired. Y'all have sat here in D.C. Not everybody. I'm exempting the people that didn't vote for Janice. But y'all done sat here in D.C. and voted in somebody that doesn't want curfews. When parents fail to do their jobs, to teach their children at home, the government's first job is to protect its citizens. There's no protection of these citizens. So you have Spamberger and more that already told officers. You got sheriffs that are suing because they know how unsafe they are making it for you and your children. If you don't care nothing about yourself, and I told y'all before, protect your children, but you don't even want to do that. So my dilemma is, do I sit here to become a potential, possible victim of you and your failed children? And have my children out here subject to being attacked or jumped, or, oh, I like his phone, oh, I like this, that, and the other, and then just angry? If you tell them no, or ask them, oh, you can't even, you can't say your music too loud now, you get shot on the bus like the father in New York. Everywhere they killing, stabbing. Oh, and the sulfuric acid. I'm waiting to follow up on that case in New Jersey. Throwing acid on females. But yet and still, take example, the guy that killed the young lady, 23 years old, getting ready to have another baby. Her ex killed her. And come to find out, he was out on probation of something for attempted murder. So if you don't want to lock up black men when they attempt murder or kill, that means that you want them to continue killing. Because when you see people that have a bloodlust, you gotta stop it. You might be smart, but you're not wise. And your lack of wisdom and your lack of knowledge and your lack of the ability to think is killing these children. And it's going to kill you. Because at some point, the piper, aka God, is going to require the blood of these children and your dereliction of your parental duties. Because you're abdicating your duties. And if you don't know what abdicating means, go look it up. You're abdicating your duties to people that only want to destroy your children. This is the most pathetic. The reason why all this chaos is because your mind is on stupid. Not on practical, actual things of God or maintaining order. You're on what sounds good or what these people peddle to you to keep you. Have you ever wondered why they don't really offer you any type of policy or platform other than hate or we're going to fight this person? Because they don't offer jack. Because if you really knew what they stood for, because since y'all don't seem to have figured it out yet, if y'all really knew, you wouldn't vote for them.